Hey everyone, in this video I'll be discovering a common rookie gym mistake I've noticed many people fall to when they especially start going to the gym. And this is actually really common, right? And that is powerlifting or doing the squat, bench, and deadlift. So here's the thing, guys. If you go on Reddit and if you search for how to, start going to the gym to build muscle, they actually advise doing starting strength or strong lifts 5 by 5. These things in itself is a powerlifting routine, right? It is a powerlifting routine. So it's not even bodybuilding in the first place, right? The creators of these programs of starting strength and strong lifts 5 by 5, they themselves have told that this is a powerlifting routine. It's not actually meant to be done as a bodybuilding routine. What most beginners do is they actually end up starting these programs and they start prioritizing the squat, bench, and deadlift. As you can see, by 5 by 5, they mean 5 sets of 5 reps. So they do everything for like 5 reps. Although the science says 5 to 30 reps is equal for muscle growth, the thing is, you can easily cheat on 5 reps. Like, imagine you're doing a 5 rep set of a bench press. You can do 5 reps, and next time you come in to do bench press, you can probably add in more weight and do the 5 reps faster. Like it's very easy to cheat on this. You could do the exercise half a second faster. You could like cut out the range of motion a bit and you'll still be progressing in weight, but you'll not actually be building muscle because you're not doing the proper form. You're not actually progressively overloading. A good example of this will be this guy called Paulo, right? The funny thing is he actually started off on a good training routine. Like he was actually prioritized on aesthetic muscles such as arms and like abs and all, even like the back as well. The thing is, for some reason, he chose to bulk and he chose to prioritize a squat, bench, deadlift. And what he actually thought was putting on strength in those three exercises would lead to him putting on more muscle. But as you can see, I'd argue all of that was fat. And let's say hypothetically that he built some muscle. Well, what use of it is anyway? He clearly looks much better here than here. You can clearly see that the shoulders haven't changed a lot. The arms actually look the same. He just put on fat on his arms. It's a real good example of what happens if you just prioritize squat, bench, deadlift because these are powerlifting exercises. And the reason they aren't good for building muscle, when you're doing these three exercises, your body actually wants to put on fat so that it can leverage the weight more easily. You see this with powerlifters, right? Most of the powerlifters you see are extremely fat. It's because if they have more fat, they can leverage the weight more easily. Whereas if you see a bodybuilder or a guy that's just focused on aesthetics, he actually prioritizes the muscles instead of the lifts, right? This is a bit of foreshadowing for what I'm about to explain later on, but yeah, these are the differences. And the second is strength does not necessarily mean you're building muscle because, like I said, you can cheat out on the reps really easily. You can be doing the reps like a second faster or half a second faster, or you could just be cheating out on the range of motion, or you could just be doing bad form all in all to make the exercise easier. And you can put on more weight by doing that, right? Like, let's say you were benching 100 kg for 5 reps, and let's say those 5 reps are of good form, like proper. And let's say I put you on this program, and you were like, "Oh, I have to put on 5 pounds every single week in order to gain muscle because if I don't do that, I will not gain muscle." So what you start doing is you will start just adding it on the bar without any second thought, and what happens is you will start repping out the 102.5 kg new bench press, and you will actually notice that your form is a bit off, and then this cycle repeats over and over again because if I don't put on 5 pounds of weight to the bar, then I'm not building muscle. So you just repeat the cycle over and over again. Your form is progressively overloading to become worse and worse, and you're just setting yourself up for injuries, right? So this is why the squat, bench, and deadlift are actually bad exercises if you're going to the gym in the first place. And this is what you should be doing instead, right? Um, this is what I like to call the Chad route. David Lade is a good example. Although he did the squat, bench, and deadlift, mind you, like there are some people who can do this, but they have got extremely good genetics. They've got good recovery. They can put on strength really fast because they have like really good genetics. Only a select few percentage of people can actually do the squat, bench, deadlift and actually build muscle and not injure themselves out of it. So although it's a bit ironic that I put David Lade here, I also forgot to mention that what happens if you do squat, bench, and deadlift is you see that the squat and deadlift they prioritize the glutes, and the bench prioritizes your lower chest or the middle and lower chest, right? If you look at these two, it's probably obvious that these are the muscles a woman would have, right? You can see this with Paulo. He had a really good V taper before. Then afterwards, it just kind of became non-existent, right? He gained a lot of fat over here. Yeah, so he just destroyed his V taper because he had a lot of fat to his gut. And you can see with the lower chest as well, right? If you actually compare Paulo's chest with David Lade's and all the Greek gods here, you will see that they all have like square looking chests, right? But if you see Paulo's or basically any power lifters, their chest sort of resembles boobs. So that is what happens if you practice a squat, bench, and deadlift. And that's basically what I forgot to mention. So back to the correct Chad route I recommend everybody should do. And that is basically prioritizing for the V taper because the V taper is what makes a physique aesthetic in the first place. Like why build muscle if it's not even gonna get you the respect and the attraction in the first place, right? Muscles that emphasize the V taper are the shoulders, the lats, the abs, right? And also the upper chest, this region over here. You can see this with Greek quads as well. Shoulders, not too overdeveloped chests. They have good lats and abs. So what are the exercises? So instead of the squat, bench, and deadlift, I recommend you do the shoulder press, the incline bench press, and pull-ups or lat pull-down if you aren't that strong to do pull-ups yet. Although I recommend you to start building your way up to pull-ups because lat pull-down is basically a cope if you look at it that way because lat pull-downs do not translate into pull-ups, but pull-ups translate to lat pull-downs. So if you don't know how to go from zero pull-ups to like doing 10 pull-ups, you can watch my pull-up guide, right? Link will be popping up in the card right now, or it'll be in the description. So yeah, these are the exercises you should prioritize if you want to build an aesthetic physique instead of ending up like 90% of beginners do. That's all I really wanted to make this video for. So if you want one-on-one coaching from me, click the link in the description. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.